So your question the other day of what their little guy's name in Hollow Knight is called.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's generally just known as the Knight.
Little Bug.
You call him Little Bug. He's
Little
also
Bug.
known as Little Ghost or Vessel or Ghost.
I like Little Bug.
Little Bug. I don't think he's a bug though.
They're all bugs.
No, but I don't think he is.
Then what is he?
He's a ghost. He's a vessel.
Of a bug. He is a ghost of a bug.
The game's actually very fitting for this time of year.
It is.
Yeah.
It's spooky, but not like super spooky.
It's cute spooky.
I'm doing that thing where I'm working on my stuff when I shouldn't be right now.
Are you working on the promo?
Mm-hmm. It's when I get an idea, I just want to kind of start it so I don't lose it.
I mean, that's fair.
I turned it off.
Yeah, I know.
I did.
I trust you.
I turned it off. I had an idea.
You should also maybe say, I have a quick idea. Let me get that done real quick. And then I can be like, oh, okay. And then.
Yeah, communication. Fuck that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? What is communication? Not
Hollow Knight's cool.
Not part of a healthy relationship.
When did Hollow Knight come out?
2017.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's
really
pretty
into
old.
the game.
Yeah. Well, and what you're the Void Heart edition has like all 3 or 4 of the DLCs.
Okay.
So like that glass key thing that you got, I'm pretty sure that's part of a DLC.
Glass key thing.
Yeah, I remember that you did that whole thing. You're like, oh, and it's just a glass cannon or not cannon, glass cannon. I watched you get it, and now you're unlocking the memory things.
Oh, yeah. Like the dreamscape.
Yes.
Yeah. That with the moth lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of a DLC.
That felt very
yeah.
DLC.
Have you ran into the Grim Troop yet?
Don't think so.
The Nightmare Grim Troop? No, okay, that's part of the DLC. That's.
Did you play all the DLC?
Yeah, because I had it all. Because I got it in 2021.
Oh, okay. So you didn't play it when it came out.
No.
Oh.
I got it late into the game too.
Okay.
But it took them I mean, there was I think all that DLC came out by the end of 2020 or so.
Okay.
Maybe 20, yeah. Definitely 2021 because I'm pretty sure I had it all. And then took them forever for Silksong to come out.
Yeah, that's my next one. I think I'm going to play on your profile.
Are you going to actually because I know you and how you sometimes have a hard time playing the same genre of a game. You're going to beat Hollow Knight and just pick up Silksong?
Maybe. I mean, we made that joke about how I'm probably not going to beat Hollow Knight, but I think I might.
I mean,
I'm like at 19 hours.
You're about halfway, I would say, maybe.
So it's like, that's a good sign for me. But I've also been known to like, at the very last second, not finish something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on the very last fight of Ghost of Tsushima and have not
finished that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the ending.
I don't know if you're going to like the ending of Hollow Knight.
Probably not.
Because that's what these games like to do.
Yeah. They're mean-spirited. Anyways, this is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
This is Tommy and Jacob's mixtape. I knew it. I knew you were going to do that. Welcome back, everyone.
Sorry.
This is Tommy and Jacob's mixtape. I'm TJ. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. Welcome to TJ's mixtape. I'm Tommy. That's Jacob.
Did you say you're Jacob?
No, I said welcome to Tommy and Jacob's mixtape. I'm TJ.
Oh. I've definitely said I'm Tommy. Wait, no, that's not right.
We are a movie review podcast. We're two friends that we like talking about movies. So we record it and we put it on the internet to share. It is spooky season, so happy spookies. Spooky, spooky.
Spooky.
We are doing a Universal Monster Reimagined block.
Yeah. And it's been hit or miss with that idea.
Yes. So what we are doing now is we're doing 2025's Wolfman.
Yes, but before
we play a game. We play a game at the end of each episode. We pick 2 random actors generated by Connect the Stars, and we find how they're connected via co-stars and movies they're in. So if you listened last week, the 2 people were Daniel Day-Lewis to Bill Murray.
All right. On the count of 3, do you want to say the actor that we found that connects them?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Cameron Diaz. Daniel Day-Lewis is in Gangs of New York with Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz is in Charlie's Angels
with Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Yes.
was actually easier than I thought it was going to
A
be.
lot easier. Once I kind of thought about it. Well, yeah.
And so, yeah, at the end of this episode, we'll randomly generate 2 more people, and you can play along in the comments.
Indeed.
If you can think of a cool connection between them.
Yeah. Well, going back into 2025's Wolfman, Tommy, what is it about?
A family trapped at a remote farm is terrorized by a creature as the father succumbs to a strange disease.
Yes. So it's interesting with this one because it is in the whole Universal Monster reboot thing. It is kind of a reimagining. What we were trying to go for was like the idea of what it was, and then it turned into something else. And I really feel like these last 2 have been more just kind of like reboots of the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know. I felt like Wolfman felt like it was going to go a direction, and then they either pulled back or the studio made them pull back.
Well, there was a little bit. I read a little bit of controversy inside of it. So
Within the production?
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is labeled as a reboot. And so as we talk about this movie, I'll just really quickly,
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't out of what we've watched so far. This definitely wasn't my favorite of them all.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely, I don't think it was bad. I think it had problems, but I don't think it was awful.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Lukewarm on it too.
It's about the same feelings.
Yeah. I went in thinking it was going to be something different.
I did too. Yeah. But I also wasn't sure exactly what I was going into thinking it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, just different. Really, yeah, I don't know. But the original Wolfman story starring Lon Chaney from 1941, that was a completely different story. And I thought there was a lot more of like a familial thing to it, but it's just him trying to find his dad to, there is like a sense of father-son relation in the original one, but that's not like the main story, kind of like what this one alludes more in.
Mm-hmm.
So I see where they got the inspiration for this one and then took off more with that. Because that other one is more about the Romanian curse and like the main character turning into the Wolfman and killing people. And yeah, it's a different story.
Yeah.
And he's killed with silver cane. Cane, not a bullet. Silver cane. It's just silver that they're weak to. Stupid wolves and their silver. But yeah, just wanted to get that out there as we get into this. But yeah, this came out early this year. So that's why I kind of wanted to do it. I wanted to do like a fresh new horror movie as well. It was box office okay. 56 domestically, 62 worldwide. It came out January 15th, first in France and then in the United States in January 17th. So just kind of like early January release around the world. And I counted 5 movies for 2025 that I've seen.
8.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of movies where I'm like, I'll get there. I want to get to
I'll
that.
get that.
So yeah, this is writing and directing, who we just did last week. It was kind of a surprise for us. Didn't realize it, but I kind of make it a little bit easier. Leigh Whannell again, who last week I forgot to say he stars in the first Saw movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, he's one of the men chained up in.
Not Carrie Yules.
That's not Carrie Yules. Yeah.
He's also in this, I found out.
I didn't see him.
It's the voice of Dan.
Oh, just the voice of Dan? Oh,
yeah.
Fair. But this was also co-written with his wife, Corbett Tuck, who this is her only writing credit. And she's minor actress around, but she was in Insidious 3 as well. But this was written during the pandemic, actually, during shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually when the whole like reboot of the Universal Monster Dark universe like kind of like fell apart. There was still options for this movie happening, and like Ryan Gosling, or was it Ryan Reynolds? Did you read it?
Mm-mm.
One of the Ryans were in talks of being part of like the reboot of it. And
Gosling.
It was Gosling, thank you. And it kind of all fell apart. and Leigh Whannell got involved. Him and Corbett, they had written a script that wanted to focus on the sense of isolation, kind of like what was happening during shutdown, the fear of disease and familial family connection stuff, which this script hits all of those points actually, so he was signed on to direct, and then he quit at some point, and they brought in another director, and then he came back on. So, and I don't think that was during the filming process. I think that might have been all during, like, maybe pre-production. But even still, you kind of feel there is something got lost in the sauce.
Well, going back to what I kind of said too, it feels like just to me, it feels like they pulled back on it because, like, yeah, they hit those notes on what they were trying to talk about: sickness, family, isolation, but never really committed to. And it felt like they were going to, and that's why I feel like they pulled back, because it felt like we were going to go a certain direction. Because even when this was coming out, I remember a lot of like hype being it around like it's gonna be like The Fly meets Wolfman. A lot of body horror, and grossness, which this has, but even then it was like
not a lot
though.
The Fly is a lot more gross.
Yeah, and I was like the Wolfman concept, the lycanthropy transformation process and making it into body horror is a really cool idea.
Yeah, because
it is, you are battling your own body.
You've seen the werewolf transformation in American Werewolf in London, right?
Yeah.
That's like so iconic, so good.
And it's like that. If I thought they were really going to lean into that, and then especially when they started leaning into that, it's a disease. It's like a rabies kind of thing. I was like, oh, here we go. And then it kind of went. I didn't think they were going to go really into Wolfman at all. I really thought it was just going to be a vessel. I didn't think that he was actually going to turn. I thought it was going to be like Cabin in the Woods. No, Cabin Fever. I did that last night. I did it yesterday too. I thought it was going to be like Cabin Fever-y, where it's just like
he's just molting.
And just becoming animalistic, not actually turning into a werewolf.
Well, but then they kind of they give you the lore at the beginning about a disease known that transforms the man into a wolf.
The face of the wolf.
Yeah, the indigenous people of Oregon call it the face of the wolf. Instead of the people of Roma, it's the indigenous people of the Americas.
Yeah.
But without them showing up, like, at least like there wasn't like a tribe of natives that showed up like in some weird like really racist like depiction,
or like sinners.
Yeah
The vampire hunters.
Yeah, we're just there and then gone.
I don't know, I kind of hated that whole title screen bit though, giving us the backstory thing. Because of that, it just kind of felt spoon feeding, like, well, we got to explain what this thing is, and you're like, it's a horror movie, you don't have to explain shit.
You got to explain a little bit, you can put it, but I think it was, I wonder if that was like a weird hindsight thing where they like filmed it and
it felt like it.
Well, they definitely needed to like say 1995, a hitchhiker, or they needed to put like a time and place for that beginning.
Well, no, because that's why it feels like hindsight, because then there's that conversation the dad is having with Dan about this thing that all these farmers know about.
Yeah.
And he finally saw it for real. He saw his white whale. And you're like, okay, that's enough. That's enough of a exposition to be like, okay, so there's something has been happening in the woods of Oregon somewhere, you know. So it kind of to me felt like that little. That's
fair. Well, let's talk more about that later. Yeah. So this is starring Christopher Abbott, who's really a lot more of a Broadway actor. I saw. He's been in It Comes at Night,
which is great. I think that movie has a low rating, and I don't think it.
I need to every time I try to watch it, I fall asleep.
Yeah, it's slow and it's boring, but that's the point. Like, the point is the fear of the unknown.
Yeah, exactly. And then I also saw he's in Poor Things,
which is funny because
that's what I was thinking we should have done for instead of Ex Machina. But I'm glad we watched Ex Machina.
I liked Ex Machina.
Ex Machina was really good. I think about it quite a bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Christopher plays Blake, our husband, father figure. Next we had Julia Garner, who plays Charlotte, the wife and mother. Most recently, Weapons.
Great movie.
I guess she's Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four, which I had no idea.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah.
I didn't know that the Silver Surfer was in the Fantastic Four.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I feel like it's a jump.
Not how they really did the movie.
Okay, I don't know.
Because they're not doing the origin of them.
Well, but I mean that in hand will introduce Galactus.
Yeah, Galactus is in this.
That feels like a big jump. That feels like a big supervillain, like off the bat.
But it's set in 1970s.
Okay.
We just need to watch it.
Okay. You haven't watched it yet.
No.
Okay.
It's gonna be free soon on Disney Plus.
Well, I don't know. It's like X-Men and doing Magneto, or
You need to introduce Magneto.
no. I'm saying that makes sense.
Okay.
But or it's like, okay, here's our very first X-Men movie. Here's Apocalypse. Like, what? Like wait.
Here's Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. Like slow it down. It's just I feel like it's just a big jump. That's all.
Or,
He eats planets.
yeah.
Anyways.
Ozark, yeah. She's
Apartment
great
7
in Ozark.
Is that the you want to stop me? You're gonna have to kill me. That one?
In Ozark?
Yeah. Is that what that's from? I've seen that clip. I just don't know what it's from.
Maybe that would make sense.
And Apartment
I've only
7.
seen the first two seasons, and I binge watched it, and that's not a show you want to binge.
No, it's like all drug. It's like Breaking Bad drug stuff, right?
It's just so it's tense. Breaking Bad, I can binge watch. Breaking Bad's great, but it's not suffocating. Dude, Ozark is suffocating.
That's with Jason Bateman, right?
Yeah, it's so freaking good.
And Apartment 7A, the prequel to Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, that's right.
Never saw it.
I haven't
Heard it
watched
was
either.
good.
I heard it's good too.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
She's an interesting actress. Because I've seen her, like, she's in Ozark, she's absolutely phenomenal.
I have not seen anything in that she is incredibly likable.
I can argue there's likable things about her in Ozark.
Okay, I was like, I thought you were gonna say Weapons. I was like, not really. She's not a very nice person in Weapons.
Ozark, she's just a very damaged human being, really just struggling to like make do, kind of making poor choices still, but like you really start to get on her side in a lot of senses in that show.
And then last we had Matilda Firth, who plays the daughter. Nothing stood out to me.
No,
She's a young.
She's like what, 9?
Yeah, she's a
maybe
young.
12.
She's little girl and Disenchanted.
Yeah,
like stuff like that. So we'll see. But yeah, you want to do scores and then reviews and then talk about the movie?
All right, so this is our lowest rated one.
Yes.
Yep. It's got a 5.6 on IMDb, a 48% tomato meter, and a 55% popcorn. And I feel like that tomato meter might be a little low. I don't know.
On Metacritic, this has a 50, which comes to mixer average, with 13 positive, 29 mixed, and 7 negative. I meant to open my page ready. Just making sure my ringtone is off. Okay. So with a positive, all the positives are in the 80s. There's no hundreds, so I picked this one by Donald Clark at the Irish Times, who gave it an 80. The risky focus that Whannell, the film's director, puts on the psychological over the physical may alienate some gorehounds, but it makes for an original shocker with subtext that linger.
You know, I never saw any promotion or like description of like the whole body horror gore thing. I was expecting this to be more psychological. So I'm wondering if maybe there was like poor promotion for this.
Well, because
people were expecting something else, like what you said, but like I think now we were both expecting also completely separate.
Well, because we saw the trailer for this when we went to go see Nosferatu last Christmas.
Yeah,
and that's the only thing I ever saw. And I remember sitting there and being like, "Cool,
yeah,
that looks cool." And then I got the fly thing from somewhere. I didn't come up with that. I
read somewhere in Wikipedia that there was comparisons to some of the body horror to The Fly, but I think that's just an unfair comparison.
It is. Yeah. It is an unfair comparison because it's like that is body horror. This isn't body horror. Yeah. There's some gross stuff in this, but this
is not Cronenberg level body horror.
This isn't Hellraiser.
No.
So I just think that was an interesting, and I think that's the thing though. This just inherently Wolfman goes to gore, It's a wolf creature.
Yeah,
ripping people apart.
Yeah, ripping
people
apart. Yeah.
People are gonna automatically go like, oh, you know.
Well, and I guess what people are expecting is to see the gore on camera, like the shredding, the tearing apart. And the gore in this is that's off camera, and then you see the result of it.
Yeah, you don't see the mauling. You see
Yeah.
the pieces left over.
Yeah. I mean, except for maybe like a little bit of the fight at the end between the two.
Yeah. Well, you mean Anthony Hopkins and Benicio del Toro?
Well, I mean, what you could see through the darkness.
Yeah. Let's see. For the mixed, with a 60 at IGN by Katie Reif. Whalen's Wolfman is impeccably made with a unique take on werewolf lore, but the emphasis is on craft over storytelling.
I kind of like that one.
Because it's really well made.
Yeah.
Like, it looks great.
But I really, even just like Charlotte's arc seems really kind of like forced.
All of it does, though.
Yeah.
The whole happy family dynamic trauma thing that they're adding, and then like even the writing of sometimes you're so scared to scar your children that you become the one that scars them, and you're kind of like
a little on the head, yeah.
Also, she's 9, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and then like
ease up a
when
little bit, bro.
he's like sick, and she's like, "I just wanted to tell you that I love you." And it's like, yeah, you're his fucking wife. Well, you should. What?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the whole. They really wanted us to believe that this was through it all a happy family that was just going through issues.
Yeah,
but you're like, yeah, so is every fucking couple in America.
Make
like,
them a complete. I mean, and they didn't like they allude to there might be a fracture in the relationship, but they don't commit to that.
That's what I mean. The whole movie just didn't feel like they were committing to anything, and even the whole. He has daddy issues because his dad was a military guy that was kind of mean sometimes.
Even though he actually cared for his son, and you can see like that frustration is literally coming out of like a place of care.
Yeah. And maybe as a kid you wouldn't see that, but now as a 30-something-year-old, I think that you should be able to look back and realize, yeah, your dad was kind of an asshole. Mm-hmm. He cared about you though.
Mm-hmm. He's literally saying like, I'm trying to teach you how to live.
Yeah. He's
in
not
a very rough way. But...
He's not Peacemaker's dad.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Kill your brother.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's this whole, I have daddy issues. And you're like, yeah, join the club.
Well, keep going through your reviews because I have notes with that as well.
At the very, very end with a 0 at the Associated Press for the negative by Mark Kennedy. Slack when it should be terrifying. Wolfman suffers from cheap sentimentality, laughable, obvious script reveals, poor continuity, and a creature that is less predatory than painful. Pity comes to mind.
Okay. That was just kind of mean.
That's why I picked it. I was like, ooh, a 0. I haven't seen a 0 on here in a while.
Any more?
No.
Oh.
I thought that kind of gave a...
You always kind of just can go, and then look at your screen like you want it, you reading another
because one. I could sit here and read all of them because they're all...
That's not fun.
That's why I stopped myself.
Well, but tell me when you're done.
I'm done.
Because, that second one that you're talking about is like one of the biggest things that I wrote is the themes of family and generational family, I guess, is kind of the big thing. Like, even just like parenting, you know? Mm-hmm. The father at the beginning is an asshole to his son, but he is doing this out of care and love and actual like trying to, teach him survival skills. Like, don't touch the mushroom. What did I just tell you? Don't touch the mushroom. What's the mushroom called? Yeah, he's getting a little angry. But then you see that reflection of a little bit of that with Blake and his daughter later. But the difference is, it's a similar thing, is that he's trying to teach her the values of survival, but he's doing it in a caring way as opposed to a disciplinary way. Mm-hmm. So we're getting this dichotomy and whatnot. And then the fracture of him and his father, who he views as a monster, in a sense. Now his father is the physical monster. And when he goes back to his childhood home, that infection of the monster starts to take over him. So then we get this theme of how the places that you grew up in can change who you are, change the person. And then all of a sudden the person that you never wanted to comes out to your family or to your close ones that you never wanted them to see that side of you.
Mm.
All wrapped up in this sense of then, in order to overcome that, you must kill the monster of your father, which then in a sense kills the monster in you, or the family will kill the monster in you for that. And that's the movie from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm. That's all she wrote.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. That's that part of the film I do like. The hardest part of this film, honestly, is the lighting.
Well, it's like we were talking about. It's like it's definitely edited for theaters, and they never seem to go back and retweak it for.
It was so dark, I couldn't see it, and I don't know if that might have been intentional. And if that was intentional, then that's just you missed the mark, Leigh.
Well, it kind of makes me wonder what Nosferatu would be like at home.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it on just to see,
because it's like that movie's really
that movie
dark.
was so dark in the theaters. Yeah. And the script, the character is just, it was interesting because and I was thinking in the middle of this about Julia Garner, because I was like, I really want to see her. I feel like she has this range as an actress. Well, she kind of always plays kind of a type.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's she's kind of just a scream queen right now. She's a final girl.
Yeah, like a new age.
Yeah, like a new.
Yeah, not the teenage.
No. I just mean like a Ripley, or she's kind of.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and she.
And I mean that term very broadly. I don't mean anything specific by it.
But it's like I feel like she's really, and I don't feel like she did a great performance in this movie. And that might have been the script.
That's the thing. It's a script, because everyone in this was very two-dimensional.
Yeah.
One note, even the daughter, which I'm not expecting. I'm very forgiving of. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth with it, but it's like this little girl is also just like that. Mind reading thing is supposed to be cute, but I just thought it was kind of annoying because
and then when they lean into this sense of like, oh, he can actually understand his daughter,
you're like, why?
Which then makes you wonder, like, did you understand that your father was as the wolf? Like, wouldn't that be like?
No, but then there's this level of mysticism back into it when we've already kind of established, like, yes, the native people of this particular area knew of this Lyme disease, this rabies, and they had a name for it. And it makes it very much a disease. There was this idea of mysticism. Now it's actually this thing. But then it goes back into, actually they do kind of transform into a werewolf, but it's still a disease. But there is the magic of love that makes it so he can understand his daughter. He just loves his daughter that much more than his wife, that he can understand. There's like these weird, that's kind of continuity thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where I felt like they didn't really commit to anything or certain things and like that. I think it has been more interesting to really lean into, kind of like when they do it with like vampires and stuff. It is a disease. There's no mysticism behind it. There is no magic. It is, for all purposes, it's magic because we don't understand it. That fucking thing in Thor that they talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's for some reason in this region, there is this thing that creates wild men and makes humans into more savage like personality traits.
I'm just looking up that.
Oh, okay. And so that's where it felt like it was going to be cabin fever, but then they kept adding these kind of picking and choosing what of the werewolf lore they wanted, which is fine because it's a monster movie and you're kind of allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But do it well, I guess. And again, I don't know. I feel like I'm being unnecessarily rude.
What's interesting is I wanted them to lean more into the middle. They needed to lean more into one way or the other.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I wanted them to lean more into the mysticism of it, but I can see that becoming really rough, like I was talking about, like without bringing in like an indigenous person and getting very close, accidentally racist or something, Because, I mean, it's always the people of like that of the land, like the indigenous people of that land, the people of Roma, they're the indigenous people of that land. So they know the history of everything. You know, it's like that's why, you know, even like indigenous people here, you know, they have their story and their lores of Sasquatch. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Or Wendigo or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
lore you want to put on it.
Go down south to Texas to Mexico, El Chupacabra. You know,
But that's where it's weird too, because it's like, okay, so you got these farmers, these these gun toting, living out in the woods people.
make America. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's like, do we or do we not know about these entities running around? Because if we meet whatever the hell his name was, the childhood best friend.
Yeah, Dan's son,
and he makes some comment about folks around here don't like being out at night, and you're like, okay, and then they're just driving at night, and there's no sense of urgency, and it's like, okay, so do the hill people know about the other hill people living in the woods or not?
I don't think they do, because at the very beginning of the movie with the dad Lovell, he's talking to Dan. He's like, I found it. And Dan's like, dude, shut up. You don't see shit. You're not seeing anything.
No, Dan is like, don't go looking for something that doesn't want to be found.
Oh, that too.
So
yeah.
it implies that Dan knows about these things, but he doesn't want to fuck around with them. And
I didn't pick it up that way because he was just so casual about it.
But then also these things are so aggressive. Well, at least the dad one is. Like, are they just for some now they're just deciding to attack this one family? Like, are they not going around picking off all these farmers? They make it seem like, okay, as long as you don't go out at night, you're fine. You're good. Just don't go out at night. Okay, fine. But then this thing
Comes at night.
You're right. But then this thing is just so aggressive that you're like, why isn't one of these? If they've been around since 1995, how is one of them not picked off all of you?
Yeah.
And that's where so it's like, okay, they're setting up rules, but then not following them for
just a narrative.
Yeah, to follow the plot device, and you're kind of like, well, that doesn't make sense. You're making rules and then not following the rules that you just made up.
Well, and that's another thing is like this isn't even like in comparison to like what the original Wolfman is that it's at night on a full moon, you know, you turn into the wolf.
Well, yeah, because this again takes out the mysticism and makes it just some kind of virus.
You would just turn into something,
and that's what you live as now.
Yeah.
This was a weird thought I had. It seemed kind of liberating.
What?
Becoming the Wolfman, just going out there, living in the trees.
Because werewolves like trees.
Well,
remember that?
What?
Dylan Dog.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. What are you talking about? They like trees. No, but like I was like, yeah, I don't know. It kind of reminded me of like Interview with the Vampire, the 90s movie, when he first transforms and he's looking around and he sees like night. In the new vampire way, and the statues are kind of moving and alive kind of subtly, and stuff like that. I mean, that was cool about this movie, was seeing the perspective of but
I did like that until they went too far with it.
Until it didn't make a point.
Yeah.
Because I thought when we were introduced, because that whole thing about when he's transforming and like he's first getting sick and he's losing his ability, like Planet of the Apes. He's losing his ability to communicate and understand. Remember, that's one of the signs of that disease.
Oh, and Rise?
In that Planet of the Apes series, is that disease makes it so humans can't communicate anymore.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's got that thing. So he can't understand her, she can't understand him because he's mumbling. And
I don't know why my brain went to the Tim Burton one.
I don't know why either. Because that's the one we reviewed, I guess.
Yeah.
But... so I thought that was kind of interesting. And then we start getting his view and like things are changing. Their faces are kind of getting distorted. They have the little, the eyes that catch the light.
Well, I liked the eye thing because it's like he's seeing light in a different way.
Well, what I thought that was going to lead to is almost like the reason they become so violent is because of this almost hallucinatory nature of this virus. And they start getting scared of people because they perceive the people as monsters. That's where I thought it was going.
Okay, yeah. And I get in that sense.
Like an Amityville horror
when
kind of
their
possession
faces
thing.
looked completely different from his perspective.
Yeah.
Which I hated. Because I was like, what is that?
What's the point?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, does that mean that, like, also then why do they look like weird ghosts? Why does it look like they're wearing masks? What does that imply?
But if they made it so then it's like
that's where you need to lean more into the mysticism to explain some shit.
Or you go into my thing, and now it's because it is a degenerative brain virus that now he sees he's now in a
It's just a faceless thing with glowing eyes.
that now he's scared of, and from his perspective, he's defending himself.
Then they needed to do a fucking redesign on that as well. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting to see it go into his perspective.
It was just fun.
And also, I did read that the way that they actually, that lighting change and for the perspective, that was done in camera.
Oh, that's cool.
They did that with actually like lights flooding in and out throughout the house, which is really cool.
And just a transition, like that was the thing too. That's this movie is crafted well.
Yeah,
because even that transition of the way they're perceiving each other is cool.
Yeah,
and then even that scene of the truck going off the road, Jurassic Park style.
Oh yeah,
like that was so not. I don't know. That was the word I'm looking for. It wasn't not interesting, but it was such a simple way of just put the camera on the very back of the truck as it goes over the road.
Yeah.
Cool. And it looks great. It was like, that's a really simple thing to do that I don't see very often. And it looks really good. And it's a 10-second shot, but it like, I don't know. Yeah. Like you're standing on the back of the truck as it goes off. It was cool. I don't know.
It was really cool. Yeah.
It was just really well like crafted.
Yeah.
It looked good. And Oregon, great.
It was shot in New Zealand.
Yeah, obviously. Just saying.
Well, what was crazy is like I was looking at that scenery, what is it called? Peak.
And you just heard Frodo.
No, I wasn't even thinking New Zealand. Oh shit! I was thinking like, where in Oregon is that? I want to go there.
I'm sure you could find something like that in Oregon.
Not like that.
I think you could. I think so.
Not like that.
I think you could. Pacific Northwest, baby. Anyways, we're talking about the location of the film, not where it was filmed. Pacific Northwest, I feel like needs to get more tapped into again because it kind of
actually getting filmed in,
just having
just stories inside of it.
Stories inside of it because
like Twilight.
No, like The Ring.
Do you trust me, Spider Monkey?
It's a good environment for spooky, and also the fact that we do have so many roots with the indigenous people, and there is so much still of that culture, you know, that there's a lot of indigenous lore that you could do, and that's why that's an interesting lore, you know.
Oh yeah,
like interesting, I don't know, ghost stories and creatures and stuff like that.
A fish man. It's a trout.
It's a trout. But he's still hello. He's the fish man. I like the fish man. It's like, yeah, we know.
Get it.
We get it. We like the fish man. We get it. He likes eggs. Yes, he does. I don't know why we make him into that guy. It's just funny. If you ever listens to this, utmost respect.
I love that we've created a Guillermo del Toro
caricature. Like
I kind of just like I want to like make a series of him of this character.
He likes eggs. Just a shirt. He likes eggs. What are we at?
I think not even 40.
Oh.
And part of me wants to just start talking about other shit, honestly.
I just don't really know. I mean, okay.
I feel like we've like I mean the family generational thing is kind of like the big thing.
But it's not done well.
And the isolation's done well.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing, and that's what I mean. Is like it's not any of it's not just very interesting. Because it's like, okay, yeah, the family trauma thing, which they could have gone really heavy-handed with it and had the dad just going around beating the shit out of him, and that would have been kind of like, okay. Mm-hmm. But then you have this one of just kind of like, my dad was kind of mean to me, and you're like, okay, it's kind of hard to click with that.
What's great, I will say, he was a great dad with his daughter.
Yeah. I mean, and even then he's like, I'm sorry, I lost my temper. You're like, that's really barely. Your daughter was standing on this thing on oncoming traffic in New York City or wherever the hell they were.
Yeah, but he also that's showing this reflection of he didn't want to, create the trauma that his father did to him to her.
Yeah, but the thing is that her jumping on that and your reaction to that, I think, was justified. Get out of the way of moving traffic before you get hit by a car.
I mean, do you have moments in your memory where you're like, yes, your parents were right to scold you, but it kind of embarrassed you, and it's like now a forever moment?
I mean, when you say that, I think of one with my grandfather, but he was really out of line. I don't really think of one with my parents.
Okay.
I mean, I think of one of my grandfather, and he was being kind of a dick.
I mean, there's one specifically for you. I don't know if I'm not going to share it, but at the movie theater.
Oh, yeah, that's
different.
That's something different.
Okay.
It's a different trauma. That's something else. I forgot I told you about that.
Oh, really?
Hercules, right?
I can't remember which one it was.
I think it was Hercules.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, no, so like that's what I mean. It feels very like loosey goosey because then you're like, well, yeah, it does the isolation thing well. Yeah, because they dropped him in a farm in the middle of Oregon alone.
Yeah.
Not really interesting because yeah, they're in a farm alone. Cool.
Yeah.
Haunted farm in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre hills. I don't know.
Speaking of Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
I know.
holds up.
I know. You're really trying to get me in.
I was.
And I was like, I'm not doing that right now. I just got home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not doing that.
The time.
Not my
time had escaped me at that point.
not my mind. You're like, you're home early. No, you're up late.
I was a little toasty.
You're still wearing your hard pants. That's actually surprised me the most. I was like, you're still like wearing your daytime clothes at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's why I looked at you. I was like, what time did you get home? You're like, 9. I was like, the fuck have you been doing? Anyways. I mean, what did you think though about like the actual werewolf design, Wolfman thing?
I liked it actually.
I did too because it was Wolfman.
Yeah.
It wasn't a werewolf.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't a lichen.
Yeah.
It was.
It felt like the classic Lon Chaney Wolfman.
Yeah.
Less hairy, but like you can tell that he was slowly getting hairier in spots.
Yeah.
And then his father had like really good wolf-like features.
That was stupid. That it
was his dad?
The big reveal.
Oh, when it was clearly his dad the entire time.
It was clearly him, and then
like, this isn't a twist.
No, it's not a twist.
But I mean, it's the characters need to discover that.
Yeah.
Us as the audience can be like, oh yeah, of course. But it's like for them, they're like, oh shit. Because they could be sitting there thinking like, oh, maybe this is what killed the father.
I think that was my other thing too, is I kind of thought that this was going to be a little more Amityville horror-y.
Haunted?
No, like the dad going cuckoo.
Oh, like Ryan Reynolds going crazy.
Yeah, like I thought that this was going to be more like they get attacked by this wolf creature. I didn't think that the first Wolfman was going to be as involved as he was.
Same.
I thought that they were going to be kind of like trapped in the house
while
as the father
changes.
slowly.
That's what I thought this movie was going to be. Yes, that's what I thought this movie was going to be.
Like slowly start, because it was really quick, So I thought it was going to be a way more kind of quiet, drawn out thing,
yes.
which I kind of
that's what I was expecting.
It was.
Yeah, that's 100% what I was expecting as well. Yeah.
Because also with that, if you had done that, that gives everyone like cast wise more time to shine, because that gives Chris time to become crazy and kind of show those acting chops.
Yeah.
Ginger can then show fear, and you can have more building on their relationship, and then you can build on the relationship with the mother more.
Mother and the daughter, who already feels like has a fractured relationship
and
with the daughter.
They trauma bond over this experience, which they did anyways.
God damn it, Leigh, get him on the phone. We're remaking Wolfman
again. But yeah, I thought it was, especially because they're talking about this whole isolation and everything, trapped in remote, alone with someone sick. You just,
and I could see maybe the other Wolfman is still like a presence outside, like keeping them inside of the house while he changes,
or on the property or whatever. Well, but that's the thing too, because then you can make it so these things are like, these things are so aggressive and so in your face. You could have also pulled back on that a little bit. Where it's like, yeah, like they're like a wolf. They're aggressive if you get face to face with them, but kind of stay out of their way, stay out of their territory. And
I guess you don't even need the Wolfman outside, because like them getting into the house and him just slowly changing and just make sure there is no way of escape. There is no truck outside, or there is the truck, but like she can't get it started.
Or even then, you can have the other Wolfman, and just the fear of knowing it's out there is enough to keep them from trying to run out.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's already too close to the movie that we were watching. They didn't have his transformation be as aggressive as we thought it was going to be.
Like a gradual insanity thing.
Yeah. So,
because like, say what you will about Amityville Horror, that remake.
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds in that's really good.
He's absolutely fantastic.
Like,
but I'm just realizing as we're talking this out, we're describing the same movie only without him getting aggressive towards the family. That's the only difference.
No, but he would get aggressive.
I'm saying yes, but okay, never mind.
What?
No, because
I want to understand.
Us saying like, oh, with the presence of the other Wolfman outside, and then he gets aggressive. It's like, oh, we're pretty much describing the same movie. Only it's the movie we watched. He just doesn't get aggressive towards the family. But and then we're saying, well, actually, it would have been cool if he got aggressive towards the family, because that would have given.
Well, I mean, he did get aggressive towards the family.
Towards the end. After, yeah. You see.
Well, the thing is,
see what I'm saying?
well, the thing is that the moment I checked out is when you had the two wolfmen fighting. It became a fucking action movie at that point.
It became the
Wolfman. Yeah, that's what it became. It became Anthony and Benicio just beating each other up.
Yeah, great scene though.
I mean, it was cool. For that movie. That was cool. Everything's on fire. Like,
I find it also amusing. A couple of years ago, we reviewed that movie. So,
and then a couple of years before that, we did Cursed.
Yeah. I feel like we're going in a little bit in circles right now. I
think that this would have just worked, and I
remember where I wanted to go.
I think this movie would have been better as a slow burn.
Yeah, because the reveal. I think one of the best parts of the movie was the reveal of perspective, because you get him like they're kind of being, you see them just kind of staring at him kind of like weird and trepidatiously, and he's like putting the plank, he's like building the barricade pretty much, and he's looking up, he's like, why are you staring at me like that? What's going on? And then you get this like shift in perspective, and him following down to his wife on the CB, and she's like, my husband's really sick and I don't think he knows it. I can't understand anything he's saying. And then you get fully her perspective, and then him standing there and him like.
So like the reason they've been like, because he's been trying to communicate and gurgling
well,
even that,
and he thinks he's communicating just fine.
Yeah, he's like, why are these assholes staring at me like this?
Exactly, and I think that was
cool.
That was probably the best part of the entire movie.
Well, even like the showing us how he's getting heightened senses, and the spider, the thumping. That was just cool. That's not what I was expecting to be in the room.
No, not at all.
I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool.
I thought it was going to be like a rat or something.
Yeah, or I thought...
Or a mouse.
Well, and then also even with that too, I think that maybe they were thinking that because the way they were showing the house too, like with the bars on the windows and everything, and then when he started barricading everything, I thought that the big reveal was going to be he accidentally barricaded them in with the monster that he's going to become.
You see, and that would have been, yeah.
Like he's trying to protect them, and then he ends up becoming the threat.
There was a lot of places this movie could have gone, and it just don't. We both agree it didn't go in the right direction.
No,
so
it was still fun though.
Yeah.
I was like, if you like werewolf shit, I think this is a good watch. Like if you're just like, yeah, I like werewolves, and I think it's fun.
Yeah, depending on what kind of werewolf do you like as well, what it comes down to. Are you a fan of all of it? Or are you a fan more of like the American Werewolf in London? Or are you a fan more of like Underworld? Or are you a fan more of...
but those are lichens.
Oh, fuck. What do you want to give? What's the rating?
A wolf man, a lichen, and a werewolf. A 3.
Yeah, I was going to say 3.
Yeah.
Is there, what do we give? I think 3.5 is the lowest we've given.
Yeah, we gave
Invisible Man a 3.5.
Yeah, right? We gave that a 3.5. Just because same thing, kind of just like storytelling wise, there's just things that we didn't like that found.
I feel like out of the two Leigh Whannell movies we watched, Invisible Man is the better of the two.
I kind of liked this one more.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just found this, I don't know. I could just kind of go with it more. Like in the moment of like talking about it after the fact is different.
Mm-hmm.
But like sitting there watching The Invisible Man versus this, I was just kind of in this Invisible Man. I found myself really critiquing at the moment of like,
we were drinking at the same time too.
Well, that's what happened. Yeah, so I can say 3.
3?
Yeah.
3.
Cool. So Wolfman 3.5. That sounds good.
Next week.
Halloween.
It's gonna be Halloween.
And we're gonna do
watch
Halloween.
Tommy's never seen
it.
The OG Halloween, which is crazy because we watched Halloween Kills and the Halloween remake. And have you watched all 3 of them?
Like the new ones?
Yeah. I haven't seen Ends yet, actually.
I've seen those, and I've seen the Rob Zombie ones.
And that's crazy.
How do
Also, John Carpenter did the music for the OG one as well.
how do you feel about Octavia Spencer and Gal Gadot?
I feel like I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really curious because some of the classics that we've watched. I mean, we did the Omen.
Omen School.
But I remember like getting you to watch the OG Nightmare on Elm Street, and you kind of had like a weird lukewarm response.
Because I don't like Freddy.
Yeah, but that's also not the same Freddy that you don't like.
I just don't like Freddy. Like out of all of them, out of those guys, those OG guys, Michael's probably my favorite.
And that makes sense.
Michael's the most interesting.
Because he's the boogeyman.
Well, yeah, and he's like a human, but he's so evil that he kind of is supernatural, but he's not, but he is.
Is Freddy too supernatural for you?
Yeah, he's cheap.
As he kills you in your dreams?
Yeah, he's cheap.
Okay. That's
At least even Jason gets exploded.
not till way later.
I know, but you could blow his ass up.
Not
Freddy, you got to do a bunch of shit. You got to grab him and pull him in the real world, and then he's still a fucking threat because he's now just a grown-ass man with fucking razor blade hands. Like, it's not like you can't really even the playing field. Like, you're like, great, now I got him here in the room with me.
That's why he's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah. For a horror movie, I think that's very good.
No, I like a little bit. Even Chucky, you could punt across the room.
Melt him.
Yeah.
Have you seen how many of the original Child plays have you seen?
None of them. I hate Chucky too.
Man,
Fucking hate Chucky.
why?
Because same thing. He's just a murderer that's rude and talks shit to people.
He is pretty rude.
He's really rude. That's my
even
thing.
even in like the OG, like it's like his character from Bride of Chucky forward turned into more of a character.
I've seen Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That one's funny.
Yeah, that's when they started making him fun.
Yeah.
And
I kind of watched it for Jennifer Tilly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we at least where these franchises began. I think it's interesting to watch the first one and then you see what it become, and you're like, oh, does that make sense? Like Halloween, I think is one of the more unique ones because Michael Myers kind of stays the same through all of it. It's more of just like the Michael Myers is put into different situations.
Well, yeah, but it's like that's what makes him interesting is that he never really shows any personality except for brutal murder. Everyone else puts a personality on him.
Okay, we need to stop talking about this now and save it for next week.
Okay, but that's why I think he's interesting.
I know that's totally fair.
And even like he has the greatest names: the Boogeyman, the Shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he has the best song.
John Carpenter fucking killed it, man. All right, let's wrap it up.
Cool. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. On there are all of our promos where you can find out what we're doing coming up, see what we did in the past. Our link tree is on there that will take you everywhere we put our podcast. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, so on and so forth. This is Tommy.
This is Jake.
This is Tommy and Jacob's Mixtape.
Pew.